Blake Lively has always been a captivating figure on the Hollywood stage, beloved for her glamorous red carpet looks, admired for her seemingly perfect family life, and praised for a career full of charming roles. But recently, the picture-perfect facade has begun to fracture. Explosive revelations suggest that, behind the scenes, she might be fighting desperately to control her narrative, and it's been anything but pretty.
So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them?
For like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
From alleged power moves on a major film set to twisting facts in public interviews.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I'm gonna put it here because it doesn't go with my outfit, but I will wear it later.
Blake finds herself in the center of a legal firestorm with director and co-star Justin Baldoni. The tabloids have been buzzing with wild accusations, leaked text messages, claims of bullying, and even the involvement of her close friends A-list stars like Reynolds and Taylor Swift. Yet the more each side reveals, the murkier the truth becomes. Is Blake truly a victim in a toxic environment? Or has she orchestrated a grand scheme to secure creative control and maintain an unblemished reputation? In this video, we'll peel back the layers of the controversy, following each twist that has turned Hollywood upside down. We'll explore the buildup of tension between Blake and Justin, examine the dramatic allegations and the equally dramatic evidence meant to refute them, and look into how Blake's every move might be reminiscent of infamous celebrity feuds from the recent past. Why are so many fans now accusing her of adopting a strategy similar to Amber Heard's legal battle against Johnny Depp? And how did all of this spiral so far out of control? By the end, you'll be left asking, did Blake Lively simply take a page from Hollywood's darkest playbook? Or is there a deeper truth lurking under the bright lights and camera flashes? Buckle up because this story dives into a labyrinth of text messages, gag orders, ego clashes, and possible betrayals. One thing's for sure, everything you thought you knew about America's sweetheart might be about to change forever. Setting the stage. Long before lawsuits started flying, the collaboration between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni had the makings of a Hollywood dream. He was on the rise with a string of successful directing and acting projects, lauded for his thoughtful approach to storytelling and his dedication to exploring meaningful topics.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
She was a fan-favorite actress known for witty interviews and gorgeous public appearances, seamlessly transitioning from it-girl roles in teen dramas to more mature film projects. Their joint movie, tentatively titled It Ends With Us, looked like a match made in cinematic heaven. Adapted from a popular novel, the project promised emotional depth, star power, and a narrative that tackled delicate real-world issues. Fans were thrilled at the casting.
Talk about it.
You could tell her.
I mean, I could tell you it's...
You could say like really nice things.
I'm just a really good actor.
Industry insiders pegged it as a surefire success that would rake in both critical acclaim and box office revenue. For months, anticipation built, with gossip columns claiming that the chemistry between cast and crew was electric. But behind the scenes, cracks were already forming. People close to the production began whispering that Blake wasn't just playing the lead character, she wanted the final word on everything. Others claimed Justin Baldoni was fiercely protective of his creative vision, which didn't sit well with Blake's desire to have greater influence over how certain scenes were shot. The public got its first taste of real trouble when promotional interviews for the movie began. Blake's usually sunny demeanor felt strained, as if she were constantly watching her words or dropping subtle hints about friction behind the scenes. Justin, on the other hand, appeared less guarded, praising her in a way that sounded a bit too eager to keep the peace. Blake's reputation on the line. For a long time, Blake Lively was the golden girl of Hollywood. Her interviews on talk shows went viral for being lighthearted, family-friendly, and entertaining, an antidote to the cynicism that often surrounds celebrity culture.
Ryan on that film. And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
I can't be a Disney princess ever.
Yet her reputation wasn't as ironclad as many assumed. Eagle-eyed fans noticed subtle shifts in her tone during interviews for It Ends With Us. She seemed more guarded, more intent on steering conversations to safe topics, or occasionally dropping cryptic hints about difficult collaborators.
Clear that you're not, because she's always soliciting.
Oh, because you were just telling me about like weird expressions that she gets wrong. Wouldn't it be I'm not above compliments?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, she gets it all wrong. I never even thought about it.
Yeah.
She says it. Yes, she's not above compliments. My mom gets everything sort of
Like expressions, she was just telling me like
Then the real drama began. Old interviews started resurfacing online, offering a starkly different image of Blake. In one clip, fans pointed out how dismissive she seemed toward interviewers' questions, often belittling them or steering the conversation back to her own interests. Another viral moment featured her complaining about aspects of production that most actors, especially in the mainstream film industry, usually take in stride. The once endearing star suddenly appeared arrogant.
It was your gun. No, it was your gun. Yeah, so anyway, there was a big loud bang and no one was wearing ear protection or anything.
Self-centered and completely oblivious to how her words might come across. The real bombshell, though, was yet to come. Text messages and emails gradually leaked, suggesting that Blake had indeed been orchestrating certain storylines behind the scenes.
Sloan planting stories. We have evidence of it. The young kids would call it receipts. We call it evidence, and it's all over the place. There are text messages that refute every single thing in that complaint.
One message depicted her complaining about the film's direction and threatening to bring in her powerful social circle, complete with references to her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and close friend, Taylor Swift, to get her way. If the public was confused before, now they were stunned. Could Blake have been telling half-truths this entire time just to save face? Or was it possible these leaks were taken out of context? Allegations and leaked evidence. When Blake officially accused Justin of violating her personal boundaries and fostering a toxic environment, it sounded like a sweeping condemnation of an unchecked ego on set. She outlined various incidents, alleged uninvited visits to her trailer while she was undressed, disrespectful jokes about her appearance, and an overall sense of intimidation whenever Justin was around. At first glance, these were alarming claims, the sort that can sink a career if verified. Then came the counterstrike. Justin Baldoni's legal team presented a wealth of documents aimed at dismantling Blake's narrative piece by piece.
You try to destroy their life, and actually the evidence shows something different. Blake Lively was no victim here. She was in control, she was in power, and she took over this film.
Among the trove were personal text messages that told a rather different story. In one especially notable conversation, Blake explicitly invited Justin to her trailer to rehearse lines even though she was in the middle of pumping milk for her infant. The casual tone of her messages made it clear that she was comfortable with him dropping by, undercutting her later statements about him imposing on private moments. Another set of messages showed cordial banter between Blake and the producer, Jamie Heath, whom she accused of showing her a disturbing, intimate video. According to Blake, she was cornered into viewing inappropriate or borderline pornographic content that made her feel deeply uncomfortable. But the countersuit clarified that this video was actually a very tame, personal clip related to a birthing scene. Amber Heard comparison. For better or worse, the modern blueprint for a highly publicized Hollywood legal showdown often circles back to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Their volatile relationship and defamation lawsuits turned into a cultural spectacle, dissected frame by frame across YouTube, Reddit, and every social media platform imaginable. Now, many can't help but notice parallels between that saga and the lively Baldoni standoff. In the Depp-Heard trial, initial public opinion strongly favored Amber, who had accused Johnny of horrifying behavior. Over time, however, as tapes, texts, and contradictory statements emerged, the pendulum swung in the opposite direction. The legal system ultimately sided with Depp, though not without a convoluted, scandal-plagued process that left both parties bearing emotional scars. Observers noted how carefully edited audio clips, curated photographs, and partial transcripts shaped a deceptive narrative until the broader context came to light. On the flip side, supporters of Blake bristle at the comparison. They insist that linking her situation to Amber Heard's saga is unfair and dismissive, boiling down complex interpersonal issues to a single sensational template. They argue that every case stands on its own, and that the presence of contradictory texts or videos doesn't necessarily prove wrongdoing or disprove her version of events. Perhaps Justin is every bit as manipulative as she claims, using charm and selective footage to shield his misdeeds. Still, the resemblance is difficult to ignore. Whenever a major celebrity is accused of fabricating or exaggerating claims, the specter of Amber Heard's downfall looms large, reminding everyone that the tide of public perception can shift in the blink of an eye. If Blake thought stepping into that spotlight would grant her an easy advantage, she may have miscalculated, because Hollywood and the internet now takes allegations of deception extremely seriously. And as we've seen in the past, the bigger they are, the harder they fall when evidence starts stacking up. If Blake thought stepping into that spotlight would grant her an easy advantage, she may have miscalculated, because Hollywood and the internet now takes allegations of deception extremely seriously. And as we've seen in the past, the bigger they are, the harder they fall when evidence starts stacking up. Behind-the-scenes drama. Then there was the premiere disaster. Typically, a film's premiere is a celebration for all involved. Yet according to Justin's account, he was sidelined to an entirely different area, separated from the main festivities for over an hour. Allegedly, Blake and Ryan specifically asked that he be kept away from them and much of the cast. In Justin's words, it felt like he was banned from sharing in a moment that should have been a career highlight. Instead, he was stuck downstairs in the venue's basement, waiting for permission to join the party for a film he not only starred in, but also helped write and direct. These anecdotes might seem petty or surreal. Why would a star go to such lengths over creative decisions or seating arrangements? Yet combined, they portray a pattern of controlling behavior that extends beyond normal Hollywood-level demands. They also dovetail with her legal claims in a strange way. If she truly believed Justin was a menace, why take over the film's creative decisions rather than simply step away or refuse to work under harmful conditions? Saga of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni encapsulates a hallmark of the modern entertainment era. The power of controlling the story might be even greater than the power of talent itself. What began as a promising collaboration on a potentially groundbreaking film devolved into lawsuits, leaked texts, contradictory interviews, and the possible manipulation of an entire machine. While each side accuses the other of dishonesty and abuse, the public has been left to sort through reams of contradictory evidence, an exhausting task made worse by a swirl of sensationalist headlines. For viewers watching from the sidelines, the story offers a cautionary tale about the illusions of celebrity culture. It's a world where image is currency, carefully curated by teams of professionals working tirelessly to maintain a star's reputation. But as we've seen, when the facade cracks, it can split wide open, revealing motives and maneuvers that few outside the industry ever witness. Let us know in the comments what you think about this Hollywood fiasco. Is Blake cunningly rewriting the script to protect her image, or has Justin Baldoni been unfairly maligned from the start? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this escalating showdown and all the other big celebrity controversies dominating the headlines.